I am now calling on ABC to offer Kevin McCarthy his Dancing with the Stars contract now so he can leave this fight with dignity. Let me go ahead and retweet that. Oh, and hashtag free Greg Berhalter. Good evening. Welcome to Open Mic. We like to start things off with a few hot takes on a news story that you won't find anywhere else. By the way, these takes are rare like leprechaun hair. I know that doesn't make sense, but go with it. You understood what I meant, didn't you? Yes, you did. Let's start off in D.C., where 18-year-old Quentin Cologne Roosevelt, a descendant of President Theodore Roosevelt, is now the youngest advisory neighborhood commissioner in the city.
His name is Quentin Cologne Roosevelt, and he's now representing the Spring Valley neighborhood of Ward 3. He's currently in his senior year of high school. Talk about a great resume already, right? And he ran unopposed in his election. He's now balancing being a high school student and a local leader.
I'm definitely having fun. I go to parties, I have friends, I do stuff like that, but I also have a real commitment to my neighborhood and where I live. I love DC. I've lived here my entire life.
Look at Evan Kozlov, man. We go back like car stereo speakers. Politics is in this kid's blood. He should go ahead and run for Speaker of the House because I heard it's still available. I do wish I were this responsible at 18. I would have installed a water slide at the nearest park and given myself VIP access as my first order of business. But thankfully, this kid speaks softly and carries a big sense of responsibility. He asks not what his neighborhood can do for him. He asks, what can I do for my neighborhood? The only thing he fears is fear itself. And yes, I know I paraphrased 3 different presidents, but 2 of them were Roosevelts. But congratulations to Quentin Cologne Roosevelt. I commend you for stepping up to the plate to serve your neighborhood. Let's go to Florida for this next story. Malachi Love Robinson, who gained infamy for pretending to be a doctor and defrauding a patient, is going back to prison after pleading guilty to stealing more than $10,000 from his employer. Really, Dr. Love? Really? That's what we're doing? This guy's still at it? You were 18 when you first got caught and became a meme in Florida. Then he fraudulently tried to buy a Jaguar in Virginia's Florida, Stafford County. Now he's 25 and headed back to prison. You know, he's kind of like Leonardo DiCaprio and Catch Me If You Can, except he keeps getting caught. I mean, Dr. Love's schemes fall apart like a cartoon character. And you would think somebody who scams this much would get good at it. He has all the audacity and none of the strategy. Now, by the way, to all the inmates at Dr. Love's prison, be careful, because if he tells you he can parlay 1 carton of cigarettes for 3, don't do it. Let's stay in Florida for this next story. Authorities say 2 people were arrested after one of them called 911 to get help moving stuff out of a home they were burglarizing. Yes, yes, yes. This really happened. Now, I don't know if this is more lazy or dumb, but it definitely sounds like an episode of Reno 911 and not real life. You can't call 911 to help you move when the stuff belongs to you. That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. These 2 invented a new way to snitch on themselves. They also asked for a ride to the airport so they could spend the weekend in New York. I thought Dr. Love had audacity. I can't ask most of my friends for a ride to the airport, especially if it's Dulles. They asked the cops to be Uber and TaskRabbit. Now, officers did pick them up and gave them a ride, but it wasn't to the airport. They took that trip to Central Booking. I didn't think we would find worse criminals than Dr. Love today. And yet here we are. So dreams really do come true. I chose this last story out of Austin, Texas, because it's rare when fight videos get a where are they now, but frankly, they deserve more of them. A former Waffle House employee who goes by the name Haley B., who gained notoriety after swatting away a chair that was thrown at her during a fight, claims she was blacklisted by the chain in the aftermath of the video being shared.
So it was kind of like, I can't ever work for Waffle House again. I tried working for another one, like sometime earlier this year, and I had found out that I was blacklisted.
That is crazy. Anybody who can deflect a chair like her deserves a raise, not a not a ban. And of anybody, Waffle House should appreciate that. If I were Dana White, I'd sign her to a UFC contract. But of course, Dana has his own fight video to deal with. But there are plenty of nightclubs that could use her services. But here's hoping Wendy finds a new job where she doesn't have to throw hands when people throw chairs. Now, the most obvious path is that of an influencer, but it's good to know if that doesn't pan out, Haley is qualified to work on a deep fryer or on a team of mercenaries. Get you a girl who can do both. Good luck, you fry cook soldier of fortune. And Waffle House, y'all fumbled the bag big time. My favorite story, well, I like the update on the Waffle House Avenger, but I also love anytime Dr. Love is in the news, so my answer is both of them.